Wanted to get more insight on the danger that sharks actually pose. Joining us via Skype is Dr. Robert Hueter. He is a shark researcher. And Bob, I know you said we can call you Bob, right?
Absolutely.
These two attacks on the same beach in North Carolina, we have to point out, as scary as they are very rare.
That's right. To have attacks, especially of this kind of severity, on two people so close in time and space, it's pretty rare. I can think of only a couple of cases in the last couple of decades, really, where we've had something like this. So it's very typical for us to jump to conclusions that maybe this is what's called a rogue shark, one shark doing this. Really, there's very little evidence that such things exist, and they may have been just completely separate incidents, very random events that happened at, close together in time.
And there's so many questions we want to ask. What is it beachgoers can do to protect themselves, and should they be closing these beaches as a result of perhaps a rogue shark?
Sure. Well, again, I'll emphasize that this rogue shark hypothesis, it was something that was in the movie Jaws, really has never been proven by scientific fact, or to be a scientific fact. I would say that it's probably smart for the local officials to do what they've done, which is to be very cautious and get people out of the water for a while until they've assessed the situation and make sure there aren't some large sharks there that we're not aware of that are feeding. They're not there looking for us. People are in the water every year by the millions, and around the world there's only 72 incidents like this that happened last year, and only 3 of them were fatal, none in this country. So we've got to stay calm, but at the same time practice smart beach-going safety, and that includes perhaps looking at what's going on at this particular beach.
Bob, based on what we know so far, the swimmers were in shallow water. They both lost limbs. The shark's head was described as being about that big. Any idea what kind of shark you think it is?
Well, I can't see you, so I don't know what that is.
Well, you just did it.
About the size of a bowling ball.
Yeah, a little more than, yeah.
So was it like that big,
no,
or like that big?
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if it was that big. It would take it more than an arm.
Okay, so this is the jaw from an 8.5-foot bull shark, which if this was a seriously big animal, which it could have been removing limbs like this, it might have been something like this. We don't know. We don't really know, other than to just speculate. And yours actually is the first information I've gotten on the shark itself. I'd like to hear more from the witnesses. This could have been something like a 5-foot or 6-foot blacktip shark that, and two different sharks that did this that have bitten down and caused so much damage that the doctors had to amputate. But it's more likely, based on the severity of these particular wounds, and this is a serious, true attack, I think, yes, in both cases, that this was something like a bull shark, but cannot conclude that yet. We have to hear what the witnesses have to say.
Doctor, in just the last 20 seconds we've got quickly, what is it beachgoers can do to kind of protect themselves? Should they go out in groups and swim together and keep an eye out? I mean, going out alone, that's when the shark can kind of mess up and think he's hitting a seal or a fish.
Well, it's all a matter of odds. You don't want to attract sharks to your area, so don't swim where people are fishing. By very nature, they're trying to attract perhaps sharks to their bait, so you don't want to be swimming in that area. Don't wear shiny jewelry that sharks might confuse with fish. Don't wear really bright colored bathing suits. Again, you're kind of bringing sharks into the area. And definitely don't swim if you've got any open wounds or cuts and you're bleeding into the water. You basically just don't want to appear to be anything like the kind of bait that sharks are really looking for.